The NFL Draft begins 1 week from tonight in Nashville. Tennessee won't have a former player's name called in the first round this year. Kyle Phillips, he could be the only Vol drafted, period. That would be extra special for the defensive lineman who grew up in the Music City. Phillips has been training in Nashville since the season ended, trying to sell himself to NFL teams along the way.
A lot of the things that these coaches and teams like about me is just my motor. And I think that's definitely going to help me at the next level, especially because, you know, at the NFL you're playing the best of the best in the world. And those little things can separate you from being a great NFL player or a good NFL player or one that doesn't last. So I think that alone, my motor, my mindset, the ability to run to the ball and chase guys down, that's definitely one of the biggest things I've been hearing, and my versatility.
Phillips is one of a dozen Vols hoping to hop on NFL teams this year. Tennessee pitching coach Frank Anderson has built a rotation that not many teams have been able to mess with this season. The Vols lead the nation with 8 shutouts, while the pitching staff ranks 5th in ERA and strikeout to walk ratio. Tennessee at Kentucky. This game was all about the long ball. Vols up 1 when the Cats get going. Ryan Shin takes Garrett Crochet yard in the 6th. TJ Collett invites himself to the party later in the inning. Kentucky goes on top 2-1, but Tennessee is not going away. Al Solari, oh yeah, this is off the light pole in the 8th. His 10th bomb, and he seemed to have a little smile for the Kentucky dugout as he jogged home. Pete Durkee adding some insurance 2 batters later, and then it would be Redmond Walsh on the mound, closing it out for a 4-2 win. But looking after the strikeout, Kentucky not about to walk away happy. Somebody said something about someone's mama, and both teams were left flexing at home plate. Game 2 tomorrow night, and that could be interesting in Lexington. We'll stay on the diamond. Thirsty Thursday in Kodak. The Smokies in the middle of a 10-game homestand, taking on Jackson, down 4-1 in the 5th when the bats heat up. Roberto Caro doubles into right field, scores a run. Then it's pinch hitter Jesse Hodges. Sends this one soaring. Thought this was going to get out of here, but drops at the warning track. So Caro, he's able to come home, and the Smokies would score 4 in the 5th to take a lead. It didn't last long. The Generals added 6 in the 6th, and they win by a whole lot. 16-8, your final. Playoff hockey in Huntsville, Alabama tonight. No team in the SPHL has won more President's Cups than Knoxville. The Ice Bears have 4, but haven't brought a title back to town since 2015. Jeff Carr trying to change that. The second-year coach leading the Ice Bears to the semis for a 2nd year in a row. They're going to have to get past the defending champions in the 2nd round in the Huntsville Havoc. Hayden Stewart was holding his own early, but the Havoc finally breaking a scoreless tie in the 2nd period. Trevor Gerling puts it in the back of the net for the first points of the game. Havoc up 1-0. The Ice Bears wasting no time getting back in it, though, on the breakaway. That's Scott Cuthrell putting it in the back of the net. And we're all tied up. Cuthrell led the Ice Bears with 44 points in the regular season. He wasn't done in this one. Less than 2 minutes later, it's Cuthrell again. He sneaks it past Milosek for another Ice Bears goal. Now Huntsville, they would claw back, forced overtime. We went to a double overtime, and that's when the Havoc would eventually score. They get a 3-2 win tonight in Game 1. That's a pretty crucial Game 1 because it's just a best of 3. The semifinal series now moving to Knoxville, where the Ice Bears will have the home ice on Saturday night, and an Ice Bears win, that would force a Game 3 Monday in Huntsville. How about former Tennessee standout Tobias Harris putting 29 points on the board tonight for the 76ers. Dude was dropping dimes from downtown. 6 of 6. Perfect from beyond the arc, leading the 76ers to a win over the Nets. We're back after this. Stay with us.